Relationships involved in distributed transaction support in Java database connectivity. Here, here you can see relationships involved in distributed transaction support. Here, the interface pooled connection, an object that produces provides hooks for connection pool management. A pooled connection object represents a physical connection to data source. The connection can be recycled rather than being closed when an application is finished with it, thus reducing the number of connections that need to be made. The interface XA data source, a factory for XA connection objects that is used internally. An object that implements the XA datasets interface is typically registered with the naming service that uses the Java naming and directory interface JNDI. Interface XA connection, an object that provides support for distributed transactions. An XA connection object may be enlisted in a distributed transaction by means of a XA resource object. A transaction manager, usually part of a middle tier server, manages an XA connection object through a XA resource object. Interface XA resource. The XA resource interface is a Java mapping of the industry standard XA interface based on the XOpen CAE specification, distributed transaction processing, the XA specification. Interface connection, a connection session with the specific database. SQL statements are executed and results are returned within the context of a connection. Class connection event, an event object that provides information about the source of a connection related event. Connection event objects are generated when an application closes a pooled connection and when an event occurs. The connection event objects contains two kinds of information. The pooled connection closed by the application. In case of an error event, the SQL exception about to be thrown in the application. Interface connection event listener. The connection event interface is implemented by a connection pooling component. A connection pooling component will usually be provided by a JDBC driver vendor or another system software vendor. JDBC driver notifies connection event listener object when application is finished using a pooled connection with which the listener has registered. The notification occurs after application calls the method clause on its representation of a pooled connection object. A connection event listener is also notified when a connection error occurs due to the fact that pooled connection is unfit for future use. The server has crashed, for example. The listener is notified by the JDBC driver just before the driver throws an SQL exception to the application using the pooled connection object. Here the pooled connection subclass is a XA connection and XA data source is connected to XA connection via get XA connection. Here the you can see the XA connection and pooled connection, XA source, XA connection, connection event and connection event listener are in javax.sql package. Here the XA connection is connected to XA resource via get XA resource. XA resource is in javax.transaction.xa package. Here the connection is connected to connection event via close or error event. You can see here connection event listener. Here XA connection is connected to connection via get connection. Connection is in the package java.sql. Here now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.